Now I can take a breath of air. It's the next day, and I feel so good about the changes I did in my studio. I absolutely love the layout right now. I feel like it's so much nicer than before. As the place where I live in is a studio, it can be super difficult to make the separation from the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom, but I think now it's the best it's ever been. I feel like there is a very clear division between the places, and it just overall makes me feel much better than before. And we have the beautiful bookshelf right here. This is probably where I will do a lot of the filming when it comes to the sit-down kind of videos or where I talk to you about specific subjects. And right now I thought that I would talk about a few of the books I've read recently, and I think they are worth highlighting. I picked out the first book, which is The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I know that this book has a lot of mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. I love this book. I love everything that this woman writes. And when it comes to this book, Bardugo delves into multi-generational family and its ties with the cultural roots. It explores their relationships and has a lot of supernatural magical elements. It's set during the Spain's Golden Age, so the topic is Inquisition, but it's still made in a way that it's not just about politics, but it focuses on the characters and what they are going through and so on. So I love this book so much. I think it's also a really great read if you want to explore your own family and history, because this book made me look back into my ancestry. And I know it might sound kind of crazy, but it's true. I was thinking a lot about what my family back in the days experienced, because I can relate to some of the parts of this book. So very interesting. I highly recommend. It's also beautiful. This was one of the pre-releases I had ordered, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't get the special edition with the black sprayed edges and the hardback with beautiful end papers, but it's okay. What matters is that this book is great and I absolutely love it. The next book I would like to talk about is, well, it's actually two books because it's sort of a duology. That's called Crowns of Nyaxia. The first book is called The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and it's a super interesting fantasy that grips you from the start, or at least it did for me. I read this in no time, basically. I was just so intrigued. The main character is a human that is going into a trial with a bunch of vampires, basically. So if you like trials, if you like royals, that kind of setting, and a very powerful main female character, then I think this book is for you. This young heroine called Oriya tries to navigate the world of political intrigue and magical creatures, and it's really good. There's a bunch of romance in it. And what I love the most about this book, to be honest, the sprayed edge. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? I hate these covers, by the way, but this is amazing. And that leads us to the next book I would like to talk about, which is the second Crowns of Nyaxia novel, which is called The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. I can't talk, I'm sorry. Again, we have this beautiful sword on the edge. Again, there's political intrigue, dark magic. The characters navigate some complex relationships. There is also a lot of tension in these books. So if you like that, you will love this. Very romantic-y heavy. So I highly recommend. Both 5 stars from me, even though I was irritated at some point in, I think it was in the second book in the beginning. I was irritated a bit by some of the characters, but it's fine. It's fine. It was still 5 stars from me. I also read the book in between, which is like a novella with a few of the characters you'll see in the second book. It's not a must read, but I enjoyed it so much. I think it was so well written and I loved that story. Also gave it 5 stars, so highly recommend. The next book I would like to talk about is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. I haven't seen anyone review this book. It has pretty good ratings on Goodreads, but as I said, I have not heard people talking about it. And I think it's absolutely a shame because this book is amazing. So the story is set in a pre-Columbia America, which is very unique. We follow several compelling characters, which journeys intertwine throughout the book. And what I love about this author is that she really has the ability to make you immerse yourself in the culture. There's a lot of twists and turns, so you definitely don't get bored. So if you like something that's richly detailed, you will love this book. And honestly, I absolutely enjoyed it. The blurb in the back also says, Rebecca Roanhorse is one of the indigenous novelists reshaping North American science fiction, horror, and fantasy. So if you like those, this is for you. I cannot wait to read the next 2 books. I believe it's a trilogy. I just haven't gotten them yet, but they're on my radar. I will be reading them ASAP. I'm really sorry if the angle is a bit different, but my camera just ran out of storage, so I'm back now. The last book I want to talk about is Rouge by Mona Awad. Again, absolutely amazing book. The author takes you on an immersive journey into a very grotesque, I would say, and surreal world, where the main character is obsessed with beauty and perfection. The protagonist's eerie and compelling journey makes you explore the societal beauty standards, and it blends satire and horror, which I think is a perfect combination because you don't get bored. It has a very unique voice, and I absolutely adore this book. I think it's great. It's very strange. There's a lot of weird things going on, so I think that if you're that kind of girl with a weird book taste, you will like this, because there was many times during this book where I thought to myself, what am I reading? Like, what is this? But I loved it. I absolutely loved it, so I recommend. So I think that's all the books I would like to talk about for now. Currently, I'm reading A Book of Night by Holly Black, so I'm gonna give you a review of that at some point in the future. I'm just in the beginning. Let me grab it real quick so I can show you how beautiful that book is. So, this is the book. It's absolutely stunning. Look at these sprayed edges, the illustration on the front, on the back. I don't have the dust jacket here, I think it's somewhere over there, so I'm not gonna get it right now, but this is beautiful, and it has also these beautiful end papers. And I'm only in the beginning of the book, but from what I understand right now, it's a dark fantasy that's set in a world where shadows have magical powers, and it should be like a blend of mystery, magic, and richly drawn characters. So I'm very intrigued. I'm only on page 16, so really not that far, but I'll definitely keep you updated on how I like it. I know that it has, again, some mixed reviews, but to be honest, there's so many books I absolutely love and people hate for whatever reason, so we'll see if this is one of those.